Hey folks, Trubie here. Melissa and I recorded a little game with us playing with the 40k stuff. We've got the Death Guard versus the Ultramarines, and it was a pretty damn fun game. So I'm going to run it here for you. So let's just cut right to it, and I'm going to attempt to do some commentary over. Enjoy. So as we start, Melissa gets to go first. And yeah, she's going to go straight for the range characters. I'm trying to play the Death Guard as what they are, the festering boil on the universe. They're basically this sickening, grotesque group that just spread plague and disease everywhere they go. So yeah, they'll slowly whittle down your opponents by taking them down one at a time. To start off, I go with of course, the Poxwalker. Got to go for the Swarm. And of course, Bolter Drill, which does some nice direct damage to characters based off the number of dice you have out. Melissa started off by grabbing one of the 40k range guys. I'm forgetting their names already. The Primarius Inceptor, I believe. We found with these games that it's very thematic. Like, I'm going through and getting the highly chip away, eat away at you. You're taking damage slowly, and Melissa's about holding the line, blowing away your opponent, just taking them down one at a time. It's actually really cool. A lot of fun too. So here, quickly, she buys the Primarius Aggressor. Or she already bought the Primarius Reaver, and one of her real goals is to go with that Primarius Aggressor because he allows you to, every time you take something out with range, prep a die. So you attack with one thing with range, and you end up having 3 range characters, and you deal 3 damage, taking out 3 blockers. It's 3 dice you get to prep. It's really good ramp, really quick. But I ended up right here trying to use the the global off of the fetid bloat drone, who it's a cool global. Once per turn, on your turn, sacrifice the psychic character die. If you do, draw and roll 2 dice. Unfortunately, I missed my roll there because I was hoping to get another Poxwalker. The issue with this Chaos team that I found playing it is it really needed a Resurrection Global or something to easily get that 5th energy, because it has those 2 good 2 costs with the Poxwalker and Plague Marine. And then you have the Noxious Blightbringer, which I believe I've already purchased, or if I haven't, I'm going to soon. That whenever your opponent spends a question mark, they take damage. So those are both good, but most of the stuff here is a 5 cost, and really the thing I want to get to more than anything is that Lorda Contagion, who every time I field another Death Guard character, I deal 1 damage to my opponent. So basically just slowly infecting them with more and more damage. Now Melissa, on the other hand, she's got all of the range characters, but there she misses the range characters, and instead has all this energy to buy all sorts of great stuff. So she goes straight for the tank. As the Primarius Repulsor, which, the power of the Machine Spirit has range 2, so it's going to be able to deal some serious damage to me. It's pretty great. So yeah, with going against her with this, I need to quickly build up as much as I can and try to start dealing damage to her before she can get set up with her range. And here I clear her board and get in for a little bit of damage with the good old Plague Marine, so taking her down to 18. I get a few turns to before things go bad. So she has her first range character out, and she goes for what's his name? The 3-cost guy, Vero Tigerius. Yes, sorry, I'm bad with my names here. I'm still learning them. Neat thing about the Vero Tigerius is his ability is when you field, you get to draw a name and die from your bag that isn't a sidekick, and if you draw it, you get to prep it, and he gets +2/+2. So you can basically just keep on, attacking away at your opponent, chipping him down. He gets nice and big for only a 3-cost, which is pretty nice. Here's where the Plague Marines come into effect. So I attack with a sidekick. She has the one blocker, which would easily knock out my sidekick. It's a 3/3, but she knows that if she doesn't block it, or if she does block it, it gets knocked out, and I get to move in a Plague Marine. So instead, she's going to take the damage. I'll pump it up with my global off of the basic action there, and we'll move on. I believe she misses the roll there. But yeah, I mentioned before, but I do now have the Noxious Blightbringer out with the cursed Plague Bell. So Melissa bought her own bolter drill. Yeah, nice, boring, all sidekick roll. Those are never all that fun, but hey, you go with what you got. So one thing with this range team, which I think is really nice, with the Seething Corruption basic action, which we saw cycle by there a second ago, it basically acts like the Staff of the Forgotten and Danger Room. So when anything takes damage, it's immediately knocked out. So with range, if you have 3 or 4 range characters, you attack with 1, and that's active. You can deal 1 damage to 4 different blockers, and they're going to be knocked out no matter what. So that's pretty brutal. So yeah, it's a nice way of getting a pretty open board and crushing your opponent. But on my side, I got the Lorda Contagion finally. Obviously, I would have liked to have gotten him much sooner than this, but it's a great card, great ability, has very much shades of like Johnny Storm. It made me feel like playing with good old Johnny Storm again, where it's just like field something damage, and it combos really well with that Plague Marine, where it just comes in real easy whenever I end up rolling, or whenever I end up having a sidekick get knocked out on either side. So there, Melissa got the Primarius Aggressor, so she has 2 range characters out, so I think we're about to see range in effect. Both of my translucents are a little hard to see, but that's the Poxwalker and the Blightbringer. They're both 1/1s. So she attacks with 1 character with range, but she has 2 characters with range 1 out. So they both get to choose to deal 1 damage to a character die. She targets both of my translucent dice, and there go 2 of my blockers. Because of the Primaris Aggressor, she gets to prep 2 dice because 2 things were knocked out by range. And now I have this 3/3 attacker that I've got to deal with. Or maybe it's a 2/2. I don't recall exactly. 3/3. Yep, and I'm down to 17. So yeah, by taking out my guy there, she denied me a great swarm roll. Oh, uh-oh. We've got a little technical difficulty. So 1 second here, folks. Yeah, so, a little bit of a problem. Sorry to just pop in on you like this. It should resolve itself here momentarily. But yeah, this has been a pretty cool game so far. You get to see how things are working. Obviously, I went to that Lorda Contagion. It's a really awesome card. But missing my swarm here, that hurts. That really hurts. That's the one thing I've definitely found with range. Range is pretty good at anti-swarm. It's definitely taken out my low cost real easy. So that's rough. Yeah, hopefully this will fix itself. I saw this earlier and had hoped it wouldn't do it, but hey, you know, that's what happens. Live video. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, hopefully next time. I'm still going to continue, but yeah, our next video we're going to try to do Orcs versus the Space Wolves, or the Sons of Russ. Oh, it looks like our video's trying to come back. Yeah, it looks like just OBS was giving us a few issues. Almost there, but you can see there. I missed that swarm roll, but I had a bunch of characters that I was able to roll. I missed most of them, so I ended up buying buying Typhus, who has a tune. So with Typhus, with a tune, and then having all the bolter drills, where it's just 2 damage to or damage to my opponent's characters, that's a pretty good combo. So that's just some nice easy attune damage, assuming that gets going. Oh, and it looks like technical difficulties are over. I'll be back. All right. So yeah, we didn't miss too much. I think we only missed my turn, and then we're back into Melissa's. Yeah, she fielded Vertigarius, but I'm 90% sure she missed the pull. I think she named something and she pulled a sidekick. So, but yeah, still that range is oh, there's the Vertigarius pull. She pulled a sidekick, so that failed. So he's only at a 2/3 or whatever, or a 3/2. But range is still going to bite me in the butt here pretty good. So she attacks with those 2. She attacks with a ranged character. So she deals 2 damage to my stuff. Or 1 damage targeted. 1 damage from each of her ranged dice, which is 2. So she takes out a sidekick and my swarm guy, but because she took out a sidekick, I get to move a Plague Marine in from my use pile. And because range happens when she declares the attack and before the blockers are declared, I can still use that as a blocker. Because Melissa knocked out 2 things, she should prep 2 dice, which she does right there. Right, and I end up blocking the big dude, or the Vertigarius, but let the range through, and I take another 3 damage. Yeah, she's doing a very nice job of just crushing my swarm here with range. Now, of course, if I had range characters myself, which there is 1 on the Chaos faction, which I'm not using on this team. I think it's a Fetid Bloat Drone maybe that has it, or it's the Malignant Plaguecaster. I forget which. But if I had range as well, basically when she would attack with a range character, my range goes off as well. So she gets to choose her damage first, and deals her whatever her range damage is from all of her character dice, then I get to choose mine. Even if the character that has range gets knocked out, I still get to deal its damage. So if she can deal 3 range damage and my range character has a 3 defense, she knocks out my range character. Doesn't matter. I still get to shoot back. I think the way I saw it explained, which was nice, is all this stuff is being fired at the same time. When the attack happens, everyone's shooting. So even if my guys gets knocked out, they shot before they get knocked out. So their shot still lands. And Melissa has a nice big mighty roll here. That the range prep is really helping her, because she's just flying through her bag, getting to her stuff really fast. Me, I'm not getting my swarm, so it's becoming a really rough game on me. What's funny is we played 3 of these. The first 2, my chaos just completely ate her alive. Our first game was very close, but I ended up pulling it out with just the Poxwalker being able to block or being able to attack unblocked. I was able to pump it up really big on like the last turn, dealing 4 damage with the excessive ordnance global. But unfortunately, this is the one we recorded, so I don't get to win in this one. Sorry for the spoiler. I can still pull it out. But here we go. She attacks with another range character. And because she has the Primaris Repulsor out and she has the Primaris Aggressor, so that's going to be... So it's 4 range damage, but it's 3 targets, because the Primaris Aggressor cannot split its damage. It has to do both of its range damage to 1 target. But each of the others can also target something different. So all 3 of my main characters got KO'd. I end up blocking with my sidekick, which will allow me to move in a Plague Marine if it gets knocked out, which I'm pretty sure it does. Yep, and here comes the Plague Marine. Oh, and I think we have a misplay here. Melissa should have been able to prep 3 dice right there, because she knocked out 3 of my character dice with range. So, misplay by us. But hey, we're still learning the teams, learning the play. But yeah, that Primaris Aggressor is pretty great with range. I really like him. Here we go. We finally have the Malignant, or the Lorda Contagion. And of course, I miss him. So here, let's do a reroll. I've got 4 characters there. So if I manage to get the Malignant Plague or the Lorda Contagion out, that's going to be a nice 4 damage from the from fielding stuff. But I miss him again. So I get a couple blockers. They're all kind of low defense though, which is going to hurt me against these range attackers. Yeah, with all my extra energy, I'm checking what I have to buy. And yeah, the question is, do I go with another Lorda Contagion or do I go with something different? Go with the Fitted Bloat Drone, Malignant Plaguecaster. So we haven't seen Frag at all, so I'll probably end up going with the Malignant Plaguecaster just for change of pace. So I spin down the 1 Plague Marine, and I end up buying... Yep, I go for the Malignant Plaguecaster. And then I'll spend 2 to buy another Bolter Drill. However, you'll notice I just made a kind of a grave mistake. I spun down the Plague Marine energy. I did not spend him, so I currently do not have a Plague Marine in my use pile. That means that if my sidekick there gets knocked out, that Plague Marine is not going to be moving in as a blocker. So, womp womp. I goofed up there, and that's likely going to be a fatal mistake. Yeah, because if you see, Melissa now has 5 character dice with range, and I only have 4 blockers, and I think they all have only 1 defense. The Poxwalker might have a 2 defense, but yeah, that's not going to matter. So she finally got the I'm forgetting the name of it already. The thing that's like Danger Room, the basic action. That she can use that, and even if my stuff did have a 2, 3, 5 defense, it wouldn't matter. Just 1 damage will KO him. So she attacks. Yeah, this corruption there. She deals 4 damage there. She would be able to prep 4 dice, but it doesn't matter. That's going to be 14 damage and the win. Range, taking me to the house. Back behind the woodshed. Bam, bam, bam. There we have it. That's what range looks like. Pretty awesome. Yeah, if you're playing a weenie team against range, you're in trouble. Obviously, if I've been able to get stuff out faster, been able to get that Lorda Contagion, stuff getting knocked out, and then just refielding it and dealing damage with the Lorda Contagion would have helped me out a lot, but it didn't happen. But yeah, there we go. That's your first taste of 40k. This set's awesome. I really love it. When Melissa and I were playing, we just noticed that it was just so thematic. Very, very thematic. Because, I mean, yeah, the Space Marines are sitting there, guns a-blazing, keeping the honor, trying to fight through the horrible contagion that is the chaos. It's good stuff. Really good stuff. I'm quickly falling in love with this set. Can't wait for you guys to be able to play it too. Next time we're going to try to do Orcs and Space Wolves. We'll check it out, see if how much different they play. When it comes to range, as good as the Space Marines are, the Orcs look like they might be a little better with range, and they've got answers to range. So yeah, we're gonna keep on playing this stuff out. We're gonna show you guys how this stuff plays out. I'm in love. This is awesome. But yeah, that's it, guys. Talk to you next time. Hope you enjoyed this. Catch you later.